When we get married, we usually celebrate the anniversary of the day we get married. Does anybody ever celebrate the first date? Today's video, I will get to this, but let me tell you what brought it to mind. Some family members that we have posted recently that, hey, the fair's in town, let's go, we're at the fair. And they go there every year, which is fantastic, because that was their first date. Well, I got to thinking about that. I was like, Angie, do you remember our first date? Mine and Angie's first date was a graveyard. Yes, you heard me correct, a graveyard. This one to be exact. 31 years ago in June. Don't quote me. Yes, it was definitely June, or it might have been July. I don't remember. August. Well, my wife said August, but anyway, we basically was going to go out on our first date. And I got in a car, and we didn't have no plans. And you got to remember, we both worked the graveyard shift. We worked nights. So I got off work real late at night. She got off work real late at night, about midnight. And she's like, well, where do you want to go on our first date? And me being me, I was like, let's just go to a graveyard. And, which is my wife today. And she's like, okay. And she's like, I know just the right one. Now, let's go back 31 years ago. 31 years ago, we arrived here at 1 o'clock in the morning. There's no street lights. At least there wasn't then. Middle of nowhere. We are in the sticks. And we came to this graveyard pitch black. We parked pretty much right where we're at now. Right where my car is, that's pretty much where we parked. Now that's the new side of the graveyard. This is the old. And we walked up right in through here. And we just started investigating, guys. As we was walking around the graveyard, I kind of went one way and Angie went the other way. We didn't mean to, and we separated. Back then, and even today, you won't be able to see your hand. You barely can see your hand in front of your face. It was so dark. We had no flashlights, and Angie was way out of my sight. Although she could have been 10 feet away, and I wouldn't have seen her. And we wasn't thinking anything of it. You know, we're just doing what we do. And then about maybe 5-10 minutes later, we met up again. I was like, you okay? She's like, what do you mean? I said, you didn't get scared because you got separated from me, did you? She's like, are you out of your mind? I love graveyards. I said, me too. Guys, I've been to many graveyards, many graveyards. And most of them through the night. And I never dreamed for 1 minute, this beautiful creature here. Yes, you're a creature, baby.
Sometimes.
Will love graveyards as much as I. Guys, we don't come back here every year like some family members we have. Go to the fair, which is awesome. We don't come back and celebrate our first date. I don't know. But we hit thousands of graveyards because that's one of the things Angie and I have in common. So yes, my first date with my wife, which is my wife now, was no other than a graveyard. I've never been to the graveyard here ever. She knew of this graveyard, but this was my first time here 31 years ago. And I was blown away. We stayed about, I'm guessing maybe an hour. Yes. We walked all through here. I think we did go up to some graves and light a lighter. Of course, back then it was nice and warm. Today, fall has hit. It's 55 degrees and I'm a little shivering right now because I just have on this flimsy sweater thinking that was going to be enough. Although I do have a hoodie in the back of my my SUV, which I call Defiant. Although I'm stupid and I didn't bring it. But yes, this was our first date. Was a graveyard. I love it. That's right. And I love the fact that, which Angie is my wife today, loved it too. That's right. Yeah, I could have brought the car all the way up in here. Yeah, I didn't think anything of it. It has a very tiny driveway to get up in here. And I don't know. Instead, I parked over yonder there where the church is. Some people may go to places on their first date, you know, take their girlfriends to the movies, out for dinner, out for a beautiful drive in the country. And I'm glad we did park a little bit on the side, because here comes a car in right now. And some people might go, you know, to the fair on the first date, which is freaking awesome. Not me and Ange. We'll go to a graveyard. That's right. But guys, I was going to do a spooky video today, and nothing I know of is spooky about this graveyard. Nothing. I've been up here thousands of times since that one day, and we was up here at 1 o'clock in the morning, spent an hour here. Nothing is really spooky, but yet it's a unique country graveyard. And yes, this was a place of our first date. All right, guys, I'm going to end the video now because I am cold. Oh, I should have put my hoodie on anyway. We may, later on, after we have lunch, go back to that dog park, which will be in another video. And we're gonna see if there's other dogs there and see how Kit gets along. We don't know yet if we're gonna do this or not, because it is cold right now. No, it won't be cold if I wear my hoodie. But we're going home, get some yum-yums, have lunch, and yeah, leave your comments down below. Our first date was no other, what you see behind me, a graveyard. And I loved every second of it. Till next time, come on. You and I, get out of here.